Just a second, hold on. Turn the camera off. But yeah, I'm back with another live stream. Um, I was gonna make this one about the psych ward. Like it's literally the psych ward following you around. Not literally. It's still the same three little organizations that I'm saying. You know, law enforcement. You know, and the people attached to them, citizens on patrol. All of these things are documented. You know, I'm just trying to give y'all a video that's a little bit more layman term. You know, I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm outside homeless for this month because systematically was financially deprivated this month. You know, out of my 2,000, I had to give two people 300 for giving me extra weed, and it was extremely not worth it. Like extremely not worth it. Like I gotta have 14 grams of weed. I had to pay the person 300 because it was like a day early, like 2 days before I had to pay them back. And then another person, like like it was a little bit more lenient, but I just respected them. They was just because they were just always giving me stuff. They just told me to, give them back 300 at the end of the month. But at the same time, it's like back to what I was saying, psych ward. The psych ward. Like they have the psych ward following you around, bro. These three little organizations, the psych ward following you around, bro. They trying to get you in the psych ward, a mental health hospital, or they trying to get you in jail or death. But unaliving, excuse me. They trying to get you unalived, using you. They'll make you your own hitman. Like you'll be the person in charge of doing it to yourself. Like pretty much everybody else. Pretty much every other targeted individual that, has lost their life in this stuff. It's kind of the blame on them, but the blame is on the system because they was getting harassed and they accepted everything they seen as nonverbal communication because they were receiving nonverbal communication. They accepted everything they seen as nonverbal communication toward them, and they were receiving nonverbal communication. So you got to walk outside every day and see somebody and think they trying to communicate with you in some type of way. I'm not going to go too far on that. That's another video. I kind of get in that on every video, but back to what I was saying, it's a psych ward following you around. The psych ward is following you around. These three-letter agencies, these third-party companies, that's who these people hiring. These three-letter agencies, these third-party companies, that's who they hiring, bro. Law enforcement. These three-letter agencies, these third-party companies, that's who they hiring. And as the psych ward is following you around, trying to get you in their system. This was just a quick video. I'm outside homeless. I'm going to be homeless probably not for the month. It's crazy how I'm homeless. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy, but, that's just how stuff is right now. It's crazy I'm homeless right now because, I get disability. I get $2,000 a month, and that's already spent because, some systematic stuff. But it has a lot to do with me too, and me needing the stuff that I need. Like I like to smoke weed, so that's the type of stuff that I need. So, yeah, back to what I was saying. That's just what it is, bro. The psych ward is following you around, trying to get you in there. If you seen me make a post, and it's crazy that this stuff go on like this, bro. But if you seen me make that post, I think I made a post about a person I was on the bus with, and they were singing a song. They just kept singing. Like it's normal stuff. Normal people, crazy people get on the bus all the time. So, it's really plausible deniability, but I was just recording it because it's like, that's not really plausible deniability anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not really plausible deniability anymore. And even if it is, when that stuff isn't plausible deniability, I'm still looking at it as if it's being done on purpose. Because sometimes it is being done on purpose. So they got you looking at everyone in society as if they're doing something to you on purpose, or they already know you. That's dangerous. Accepting conversations that you're not in as if they're speaking to you. That's dangerous. Yeah, bro. Like, this is how they make your mind. And it's not like, even with you talking about it, acknowledging it, Even with you acknowledging it, it doesn't go away. Even with you acknowledging it, it doesn't go away. But that's just what it is. I just wanted to make a real quick video. Not a real quick video. This might be a long video. But y'all see the stuff that I have on my YouTube. Like, I know I'm an avid, like, binge watcher of gang stalking. Like, I watch this content a lot. You feel me? That's how I know so much about it. You would think I'm some type of perp or something, because I know so much about this stuff, because I've sat in my room literally all day, every day, listening to nothing but this stuff. I've cut out whole entertainment because I don't want to listen to anything but gang stalking. Like, for a while, and then I just, let me go back and listen to it. There might be something to listen to. Oh, it's a nice story right here. Let me listen to. Like, so this is just what this stuff is, bro. You have to understand this. The psych ward is following you around, trying to get you in there. And the fact that you on the street, the fact I'm on the street saying that, bro, is crazy. I'm on the street saying that the psych ward is following you around, trying to get you in there. We're on the streets understanding this stuff, not in the psych ward. But they're following us around, trying to get us in there, bro. Like, they're trying to make us mentally ill and further it. And, something I didn't mention is, like, nigga, they're just watering you. Everybody's not targeting you, but they'll target you several times every day. They will target you several times. They're watering you. They're watering your target. They're watering their target. It's impossible for everybody to be outside targeting you. But they watering you because they targeting you on and off. You notice it's on and off every day. Now you look at everybody as if they're targeting you every day. And that's just what that is. It's a good method, like, to break down. Like, it's a good method to break down. Like, it's one of those undebatable things. I don't get on YouTube and speak if it's debatable. I don't speak on things that are debatable. These aren't opinions. Anything I say is an opinion. Anything I say isn't opinion. Anything I say is not opinion. Nothing I say is opinion. Nothing that I say is perception or interpretation. Nothing I say is perception, interpretation, none of that. Everything I say has a detailed observation that I do myself. And it's simple to do, because you can't do 2+ ? and get the answer. So you have to look at yourself in the equation in order to find answers. You can't just look at the other person and be like, oh yeah, that equal this. You leaving a question mark. You got to look at yourself. What do I do? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what do I do? You got to look at yourself. What are my mannerisms? What do I do? You have to look at yourself when it comes to that type of stuff, because you're not going to find the solution. You're not going to find the solution. So you have to look. You're not going to find the solution. So you have to look at every problem in the equation. You can't do 2+? You can't. You have to look at every problem in the equation. You cannot do 2+? And get it equals. It doesn't equal. It ain't 2+? Ain't gonna equal 2. So you can't. You have to look at your. You get what I'm saying? I be dropping gems because I'm alone a lot. I know what I'm talking about because I'm alone a lot. I've been by myself basically for 7 years. Since 2019, I've been by myself and I'm breathing. If I had friends, I would not be here. I got back around my friends, not back around them, but I started back speaking to them. It was about to go left. So if I would have had friends, I wouldn't be here. This is why I tell you, isolate. Like, I'm so late. Isolation. I'm so late. But back to what I was saying. The psych ward is following you around. The psych ward is following you around, homie. They're trying to get you inside the incarceration system, by you acting up for no fucking reason, thinking somebody know you and they don't. Like, real stuff. Like, they're trying to get you. Everyone that's being sent around you, everyone that's being sent around you, that you can tell they're around you because of gang stalking, is only because of gang stalking. They're being paid to do that. They're receiving compensation to be around you. So that's why I complain when targets, they'll talk about, like, you just complaining about the wrong thing. You need to be complaining about the system. The people sending these people, bro, they're not doing that shit on their own. So it's like the complaints. But I don't know if these people, I don't know. The thing is, it's like when people make these complaints, it's like teaching. But it can end in someone's demise. Like, you teaching new targets when you make complaints, right? When you make complaints about, you know, why these people follow me around, and you're not telling them that, hey, but they're possibly paid. You're teaching them in a way because they'll find out their self. But what if they don't find out their self and they end up in a messed up situation before they find out, yo, these people don't have anything against me. Someone is paying them to come around me. I'm dropping some jewels right now, bro, to y'all, because, you know, this is not understood to other people, you know, but it can be very simple, and I make that very simple. So, but anyway, like, that's just what this stuff is, bro. That's just what this stuff is. But what I was saying is, I got a bunch of 100 video. I have a bunch of hour or 2 hour videos, a bunch of them. I got a bunch of 2 hours and hour videos, a bunch of them. So I'm pretty sure, I would hope that you would binge watch the same video out of the hundreds that I have, because that's what I do. I do it for that. You can be at, bro, you can get on my YouTube and be at work listening to me all day, because I have hour content for hours. Each video has to be like an hour or 50 minutes or something like that. So that's why I make this stuff. This is the stuff that I would be doing if I needed headphones at work, but I don't. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't care about needing headphones at work. I don't need to not hear, because I understand where these people coming from. I don't need to not hear them. You feel what I'm saying? I understand where them people coming from, so I don't need to not hear them. Like, I don't need to not hear them. Like, I can hear them speak because I understand where they're coming from. They're coming from law enforcement. And it's just simple as that. Yeah, it's just simple as that. They're coming from law enforcement. They're being hired by them. And that's just what that is. They're being hired by them. They're coming from law enforcement. They're being hired by them. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are we really but it's teaching. I understand it taught me not understanding that this stuff is not a cult. Like, I went like 4 years thinking this stuff was a cult, bro. So it taught me, you know, when people was just saying, oh, people follow me around, bro, I'm not thinking these people getting paid. I'm thinking these people got a personal problem. They got a clout problem or something, like, you know, like somebody thinks some fake stuff about me or something, and they trying to, like, you know, make you look cool so somebody do something to you. You know, you never know what people saying about you. You know what I'm saying? You know, you ain't never been no type of way or nothing, but that's just what that is. You just gotta understand that everyone will never be in fear. Everyone around you is being compensated. And I say that shit in every fucking video, bro. But I don't want to make this live about this one. I just wanted to make this live about the psych ward is following you around. That's all this live is about. This live is about the fact that the psych ward is following you around. You have a group of the psych ward is following you around. You have a group of, excuse me, I'm about to curse word, but you have a group of people trying to apprehend you through psych ward or incarceration or unaliving. Literally, I just noticed this. I was just saying, when I made a post yesterday, I was kind of off of like, you know, I'm outside right now, so I'm not really sleeping that good. Like, I'm going to sleep at the airport, you know, like, because I can sleep inside there. So I'm not really sleeping that good, but I'm getting like 4 hours. But I was just up for like a whole fucking day. Excuse my curse words. I was just up for a whole day, you know, but it still made sense when I was saying it, and it makes sense now. The psych ward is literally following you around trying to apprehend you. You notice when your targeting get heavy, and you gotta call out the plausible deniability. You gotta call out the plausible deniability on your own. You know, 5 o'clock, people get off of work. Expect a lot of people. That'll help your mind heal. Yeah, 5 o'clock, people get off of work. So expect a lot of people because it'll help your mind heal. It'll help your mind heal. You feel what I'm saying? If you start to think, boom, okay, in the beginning of the month, the police be out a lot because they trying to meet their quota. You know, so you got to look at things and understand when you actually being targeted and when something actually normal. You know, we all targeted, but be able to call out the things that, okay, they're just trying to use that to make me, you know, make me think that I'm being targeted all the time. But I go outside and see people at 5:30. Oh, it's a bunch of people at the store. I'm not even thinking that they just got off work. Or, you know, targets, you know, most targets, they're not thinking that these people just got off work. It's 5:30. Even though they might still be targeting you a little bit, or they might not really be targeting you, but we're so into like, no, they are targeting you every day. Don't get me wrong. You feel what I'm saying? But it's people that might not be targeting you, that you think targeting you, because you don't know for sure who actually is, and it blends in with society. And acknowledging that only proves targeting to be real. You feel what I'm saying? Acknowledging that only proves targeting to be real. You know? That's all it does. Acknowledging that only proves targeting to be real, bro. Real shit. Like, it only proves targeting to be real. That's the only thing it proves. Because you can call out plausible deniability, you know when somebody messing with you or not. You know? But, you know, most people I listen to have the evidence of that stuff like I do. I stopped recording most plausible deniability because plausible deniability will get real stuff shut down. So I don't record plausible deniability. Plausible deniability will get real gang stalking shut down because you already recorded plausible deniability. I don't record anything that's plausible deniability. So that's why I don't, you know, I made sure that I have things to show that I'm targeted on my shorts and my YouTube highlights and stuff like that. But honestly, I just don't post, I just don't post in that way. But that's just what that is. You know, so yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video, and that's just pretty much what it is. It's just great. You know, it's just great. And I'm feeling good homeless. I'm walking around the whole city. I'm feeling good homeless. I'm walking around the whole city. I'm supposed to be trying to get into a hotel. I don't have any money, but I'm supposed to be getting another 60-day hotel or something like that, maybe, or you know, or a shelter or something, maybe. But it usually didn't take this long. They doing something real systematic. It's the first time it took this long, you know, entering a state. And now they saying I gotta wait to get a 60-day hotel when I claim homelessness, and like it's usually just snappy. You know, I'm in a shelter like that. I work with the program. I'm in a shelter like that. You know, and it's this is the first time they did that. But I'm in a different city. I just said it is what it is. I like to walk around. I like to prove that, you know, I like to subconsciously. You know, now I like to prove that I don't care what people think about me, because what you think about me is not an action at all. That mean I could like get messed up. I could mess my whole life up caring about what somebody else think about me, and they ain't even got to be around me. You know what I'm saying? I can mess my whole life up like that. So, you know, I like being outside so I can show people. It ain't even so I can show people, but I like being outside so I can technically, you know, show people that I don't care. You feel what I'm saying? About what they think or whatever. You know, bummed up, not on purpose, but just, you know, just comfortable outside, being able to sit anywhere. You know, it's just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels great, bro. Like it feels great. But that's off topic, you know, but the psych ward is following you around. The psych ward is following you around, bro. You basically might as well call them the psych ward. These three-letter agencies, third-party companies, you might as well call them the psych ward, bro. The mental health people. The mental health department is following you around. Mental health cops following niggas around, homie. Real, like, and it's not for, they made you mentally ill. They made you appear mentally ill. They was already following you around. They was already trying to get you in a psych ward. You know, real stuff, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. I'm not even playing. The psych ward is following you around, bro. No one else. No one else but the psych ward is following you around, trying to get you incarcerated or put in a mental health institution. You feel what I'm saying? The psych ward is following you around, bro. You know, people don't get to talk about this type of stuff in the right place. They don't, you know, and be right about it. That never really happens. You know, but I don't speak on debate. I hate arguing, so everything I say is undebatable, and it's due to me already doing the 2+ question mark. You feel what I'm saying? You can't get an answer to a solution. You can't get an answer to an argument. You can't get an answer to a solution when you doing this plus you doing 1+ question mark. You can't get the answer. You ain't gonna be able to get the answer because you're doing 1+ question mark. You got to look at everyone in the situation, including yourself. That's hard for people to look within. It's hard for people to reflect, but that's the only way you can reflect is how you get conclusions. That's the only way you can reflect. That's the only way you can reflect is getting conclusions. I mean, only way you can reflect, only way you can get conclusion is reflecting. Straight up. Like, for real. Only way you can get conclusion is reflection. You have to look at everyone too, you know, not just yourself, of course, but you got to put yourself first when it comes to looking at your problems. And then you look at whatever problem it is, and you're able to get the equal. I don't speak on things that are of debate. If you get what I'm saying, like I'm basically saying I don't speak on things of debate by telling you this. You can't do 2+ question mark. You feel what I'm saying? You can't do 2+ question mark and get an answer. So everything I say is not of debate, it's not of perception, and it's not of interpretation. It's not of debate, perception, or of interpretation. You know, it's history behind the things that I say. You know, I ain't even gonna put that on here. I'm not gonna put that on here. Like, people not like me talking about that stuff, and it's crazy. It's just true. But I'm not gonna put that on here. But yeah, bro, history solves mystery. History solves mystery. And your government is still after whoever they already said they was after. They did, you know, and of course other races too. But, you know, they signed a law that said it was legal to enslave and unalive a certain race. So they're definitely still after us now. And we were living in delusion, and most people are living in delusion. Most people of that race think they are kings. You know, and the system is after anyone. I'm just saying. But, you know, people don't like when I, you know, just, you know, call that stuff out. But, like, bro, they signed papers to make that stuff legal. I didn't think they signed papers. They literally looked at papers in several states and said it is legal to enslave and unalive this race. That's the only race it ever happened to in the U.S. So it's like that's amazing news to me that I only heard the synonym of that news in my history books, and it was watered down. Like, oh yeah, slavery just happened before. You know what I'm saying? Bro, they literally signed papers. I be going in. I'm not finna do that on this live, you know, but they're definitely attacking, like, you know, they already attacked us in the worst form. Like, dude, what the, like, bro, like, it's insane how, like, you know, unintelligent people are when it comes to this stuff, bro. It's insane. It's insane, bro. It's insane. And that's just what it is. Like, bro, it's insane. People don't read, and it's because they got to be around a lot of people. You know that saying? I was around so many people I can't think. They don't even think about that statement right there. I'm around so many people I can't even think, or it's like something like I can't hear, or yeah, I think it's around. I think I'm. Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I think it was. The statement is, or the quote is, I'm around so many people I can't think. You know, so that's why I'm able to think the way I can think, because I'm not around people. I'm isolated, and I didn't isolate on purpose. I kind of did it for another reason, and I found out that it's like good. I found out isolation was good through doing it, and not, you know, and you know, finding the fun in it. Like, I found out isolation was good. You know, so that's just what that is. But yeah, like, you gotta understand this type of shit, bro. Like, and that's just what that is. You gotta understand it, and that's just what that is. You have to understand it. But yeah, bro, like, just relax. Whatever you going through, I know I have a lawsuit. If they ever come my way, and I know I don't do anything, I'm not about to. If they ever come my way, I have a lawsuit, bro. And that's just what that is. Any, you know, like, were you playing games? I don't do anything to being incarcerated, and I'm not finna continue to even talk about that on here. I'm not playing like that, bro. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, but you know, it's definitely a lawsuit. It'll just be like I, you know, worked for it. Then, you know, you know. So yeah. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, the psych ward is following you around, bro. You got to be able to dissect this stuff. I'm able to dissect this stuff, bro, because I've had to literally, first off, for the like first 4 years of me receiving my disability check, I thought I couldn't work. So the first 4 years of me receiving my disability check, I thought I couldn't work. So I was just literally just sitting there binge watching, gang stalking the other content. Like, bro, I break this down so well. It's just that's what it is. Like, I get tired of talking about it. If I write it down, it's gonna sound like a hand ain't use it. I swear, you know. But that's just what it is. Y'all be seeing that stuff in my post, you know. But you know, that's just what it is. But yeah, and I just have to get on here and give y'all like a little live real quick. You know, I love these long lives to where people just sitting there talking and, you know, just sitting there talking and just giving out how they feel about this stuff, giving out what they going through, giving out knowledge, teaching people. But you know, the people on here that's like that's still with the ideology of these people having a personal problem with you, following you around, I feel like those people are fake teachers. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because I had to learn myself that this is 100% GOV operated. I had to learn that myself. Because no criminal, or it's not operated, it's not being done at all. It's being done, but, you know, it's either that or it's not being done at all for that situation. Whatever you know, it might not be gang stalking for whatever situation it is. Like, I'm talking about for one situation. You might walk in the store and think some gang stalking, and it's probably not. You know, you might walk in the store and think it's something that's possibly gang stalking. It's probably not. But these third-party companies, these 3-letter agencies, they're following you around and they're harassing you. They're trying to get you inside of their system. I can't tell you how much, like, I sit there and I just be like, I want to snap on somebody. Like, that person that was just singing, I wanted to tell them shut up. But what if I tell them shut up and they pull out a gun? You see the type of dangers they got? Like, bro, they trying to get rid of you. You know? That's dangerous. That's some dangerous stuff, bro. But that's the type of shit I think about. Like, you know, that's why I don't react when it comes to that type of stuff. I just don't react. Like, I just kind of let people do what they do. Like I said, I don't need my headphones anywhere. I can hear people because I understand they're coming from the police, or it's not anything at all. It's just I'm tripping. Directed conversations is either coming from the police or it's not anything at all. Third-party companies, three-letter agencies is either coming from the police, which is third-party company, three-letter agencies, or it's not anything at all. It's I'm tripping right there. You know what I'm saying? At that moment, that might not be gang stalking right there, but I know when it's gang stalking right here. That's gang stalking right here. That was gang stalking when I did that. I know that was gang stalking when I did that, but everything ain't gang stalking. They is following you to everything you go to. I done had people be on the same Greyhounds as me, like different days and stuff. Like, it's insane. Like insane. They really trying to, like, I'm talking about the same people. I got on the Greyhound 4 days ago, got on another Greyhound, got on 2 Greyhounds within 4 days, and I was in one city for a few days, got back on the Greyhound. A person I was seeing on the Greyhound is on the Greyhound. Literally the same person, bro. The same person, bro. It is so sick, bro. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, bro. It's honestly disgusting. Like, they're really trying to send you to the psych ward, bro. You know, but you just gotta keep pushing. You just gotta keep going. You gotta keep striving. You gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep going. You can't just let them. You can't let them do that. You just gotta keep going. You gotta keep striving. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep going. You can't let them hold you back. You know, like King Mansa post. I commented on King Mansa post. You know, I'm letting them know, like, bro, you paying I'm not even finna put the information out there, but I'm not paying any rent if I don't have if I'm just paying rent and I can't have anything else, bro. I'm gonna get in a shelter. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get in a shelter. I'm not doing any of that, bro. Like, you have to understand what's going on. They financially deprivating people, bro. You know? So you gotta understand what's going on. You get in a shelter, that means you're not paying rent. If you're able to change your account, you're able to change your environment. If you're able to change your bank account, you're able to change your environment. If you're able to change your bank account, you don't even have honeypot problems. Well, you're gonna have honeypot problems, but you ain't gonna have problems getting it at all. Like, some of y'all be getting posting on here saying y'all got problems getting, cuckoo. Y'all be posting on here like y'all got problems getting cuckoo. You know, if you know what I mean, punani. Y'all be posting on here like y'all got a problem getting that, and it's because you don't have any money. You gotta be able to take a bitch out on a date. Excuse me. You gotta be able to go on a date. I curse so many times in this live, but you gotta be able to go on a date to be able to get, get a relationship going. You gotta be able to have a car to, at least take the girl to your house, and y'all ain't even go on no date first. That's how it usually go. You feel what I'm saying? You don't even go on no date first. You gotta have the money for that, to change your environment. They're trying to make sure you don't have that money. I don't care what type of shelter you gotta stay in, bro. Stay in it. And that's just advice for people that's going through financial stuff. Like, bro, it's insane to be paying rent and you ain't even benefiting off of it. Like, you not, like, if I'm paying rent, every time I have my own spot and I can have company, I'm benefiting XEX. Like, I'm benefiting, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting, I'm getting the cuckoo when I have my own spot. Every time I have my own spot, I'm getting cuckoo. SEX. Every time I have my own spot. Even though they're honey pots, I'm still doing it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They might not be honey pots. It doesn't matter. It don't matter at all. Not paying them, not paying them, but just having your own stuff, have your own spot, that's enough. Having your own spot is enough. Having your own car is enough. Y'all can go out on a date and do all of that type of stuff. You got to understand this type of stuff, bro, because you can't without, you got to understand this stuff, bro. You have to understand this stuff. And that's just what that is, bro. You have to understand it. But yeah, like this stuff is just the psych ward is following you around. I wanted to get on here and post that and say that so it'll make you that empowered me so much. It empowered me so much when I just noticed that. Excuse me, hold on. My bad. But it empowered me so much when I noticed, yo, this is literally the psych ward following you around. Now I done been there before. I got a shot put in me and I was put out. I stayed in there for about a week, but that was like a while ago. But it's like, it's always been that. You know what I'm saying? I was already gang stalked before that. I was gang stalked while that happened too. You know what I'm saying? Like I was gang stalked while 2018 I was being gang stalked. That's the only time I was being gang stalked. Other than that, it probably was overt. I was being harassed and gang stalked in 2018. Other than that, it was covert, hidden surveillance. Like me not seeing that I'm being surveilled. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, my gang stalking started in 2018. Harassment, the civil problem, started in 2018. But yeah, bro, like, you know, I wanted to get on here and post that, yo, this is like the mental health department, the psych ward is following you around trying to get you in there. Bro, I don't even argue with people. Dude, I had the police knock on my door when I was in Richmond. I was just in Richmond, Virginia. I had the police knock on my door twice about my neighbor though, at a hotel I was at for a few days. Said person calling about mental health problems. Like, but that definitely was gang stalking. You feel what I'm saying? Like he was over there like screaming and stuff, like, but not, you know, not to where a person to call the police. He wasn't screaming or nothing, but like it wasn't. Why would they knock on my door twice, 2 different days, bro? They're trying to make me crash. They want me to say something to them. And well, I should say, what the fuck you knocking on my door for? They want me to say something. Dang, I keep cursing on here, but they wanted me to say something to them, bro. Like they trying to sit you in a mental health hospital, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, you knocked on my door about my neighbor in a hotel. Knocked on my door and then went to their door. Why you knock on my door? We weren't even cool. I wasn't even speaking to my neighbor or nothing like that. Like, I mean, you know, occasionally, but like it wasn't no. I wasn't in anything. Like, so why they knocking on my door? Like, bro, it's insane, bro. It's sickening. It's really sickening, bro. It's really sickening. It's really sickening. They're literally trying to send you to the psych ward, bro. You get what I'm saying? Imagine the police knocking on your door about your neighbor in a house. Let's say you was in a house. Even a hotel don't matter. But say you was in a house and the police knocking on your door about your neighbor, and your neighbor just perfectly waiting for them, but they knock on your door before they knock on their door. They're trying to send you to a mental health ward, bro, or incarcerate you, get you saying crazy shit to them, to you know, build up like a mental problem with them, like a problem with them. Like, bro, you ain't got a problem with the streets. The police make a problem with you. I made a post about that. I'll make a video. I'll make a whole separate video on that. That's a good one, because I made a post about that. If you ain't got a problem with the streets, the police got a problem with you. If you ain't in the streets, ain't got a problem with the streets, the police got a problem with you. And it's more in depth, normal things that kind of promote that. It kind of promotes that, you know, the police coordinators probably have a problem with you. They captains or something. But it probably promotes, whoever send them out, bro. It probably promotes that, you know, it promotes what I'm saying a little bit more. It promotes when I read it, I show y'all in the paragraph, it promotes what I'm saying just a little bit more. You know, it promotes what I'm saying just a little bit more. Like, it promotes what I'm saying. Like, so I'm gonna read it out. And when I read it to y'all, you'll understand. You'll get what I'm saying when I say this stuff. The same thing what I was saying about it's kind of the example I was making. It is kind of it's kind of the example that I was making with me. I was in a hold on. But it's kind of the example that I was making with with the drug dealer that I got some weed from in the store, like over in another neighborhood near mine. I'm not gonna say where, but this is like some years ago. I went into the store. I went to the ATM. You know, the person was sitting there with the weed and stuff like that, because that's how they do in my city. You know what I'm saying? They'll just be everywhere with weed. Everybody got some weed, right? So, you know, he got the same injury as me. I noticed. I got a rare injury. It's an injury where one of your arms looks skinnier than the other ones, and it can come from an accident. But I got a rare injury, right? He had the same injury. His was just worse. His was just kind of worse. Like he couldn't move it. He didn't have his surgery yet. But he's selling me weed, right? So, example I'm trying to make. I get to explain. He tells me what he got for his accident about his arm. You know, he got a settlement or something like that, like a little settlement or something like that, right? He telling me about that. When he asks me how much do I receive for my disability, I tell him $2,000 at that time. He starts laughing. And says that ain't nothing. You have to understand who really has a problem with you out here. And I make this example because I've literally seen memes. I've seen memes that clown people with disability checks. Like, I've seen girls make memes that clown dudes with disability checks. Like, I'm not gonna be spending that stuff with you, like with the wood, or like I've seen that. Like, I've seen memes of that, and on top of the fact that the dude just said that stuff. Like, he said, like, yo, that ain't nothing. Like, people laugh at you for how you receive your money. So street like a gangster, they don't hate you for receiving a disability check. You're their support, and you're also their laugh, and you're their junkie customer. So they don't hate you. You know who hates you for receiving a disability check, bro? Third-party companies, 3-letter agencies, and they have to cut them because it's policy. If you disabled, they can't make you like, oh, like, we don't like this, like, bro. It's policy. It's policy. You know what I'm saying? It's policy, bro. Like, so, but it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. It really is crazy. That crazy example right there, the example I just made of, you can be receiving $5,000 a month for a disability, which I don't. I'm just making an example. You can be receiving $5,000 a month for a disability. Won't nobody hate you or attack you but the police. All the street people, you think you'll get robbed, but they ain't looking at robbing you, bro. They looking at robbing somebody with that for some reason, they looking at robbing somebody with dirty money. For some reason, you know, I guess they get drugs and stuff with that. Like, they might get everything when they do rob a person, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, but they not, that's just a crazy example. The police hate a person that's doing something legal the right way, and they can't, and they know, you don't just believe, you know not to do things in the wrong way. You know, they definitely have a problem with you. Remember I said, the word belief is stronger than the word knowing. Knowing is stronger than the word believing. You want me to tell you how? Through example. I know that stuff right there, and I believe that stuff right there. That's just an example. I believe that stuff right there versus I know that stuff right there. I just said it right there. So I know that stuff right. I just said it right there. Like, I took a video of me sitting where I just sit it at. I know it's right there. So knowing is stronger than the word belief. Knowing is almost seeing. You know? Knowing is stronger than the word belief. You have to understand this stuff, because if you don't, you know, you got to understand this stuff. But I'm finna get off of here. I gave y'all a good 45-minute video. I don't know when I'll be back on here. I don't know when I'll be back on here. I might be going live as I experience this homelessness. I'm gonna be outside. I like staying up all night. I'm outside up all night. Like I'm outside up all night doing what I want to do right now, but I gotta kind of budget it until I can find if I can get where I need to get. I'm trying to keep my game system because I got college football 27, and it's just very addictive. But I'm outside, so But yeah, if you think I'm talking kind of crazy, I am off 4 hours of sleep right now, currently, but I'm kind of okay, But I do need more sleep, but I'm kind of okay. Other than that, I'm good. I'm not even asking for anything. I would drop my Cash App. Y'all ain't do nothing. Y'all ain't send me none of my Cash App the last time, so I ain't even finna drop my Cash App. I don't really even care. I got enough. You know what I'm saying? I got enough where I could be eating, drinking, and smoking cigarettes whenever I want to. I got enough for that. Until I can get myself in a, till they can get me in the program can get me in a hotel, like the program that I'm at, can get me in a hotel. Pause, not the program, gang stalking program. That was not a slip up either. I meant the program that gets me in hotels when I go to different states, or a shelter, so. But yeah, like that's just how shit be, bro. You gotta understand. I don't mean to keep cursing when I say this stuff. I ain't posted in like a minute, so that's probably why I'm forgetting about. I don't need to be cursing. But yeah, like I'm finna end this live stream. But the next live stream will be about what's that next live stream about? Oh yeah, about how the next live stream be about how 3-letter agencies and third-party companies are actually dispatching people, dangerous looking people, to pretend as if they are enemies of you, when they really the only ones that don't like you. You don't sell drugs, you don't know nobody that sell drugs, you don't do nothing. And you getting all that attention. You ain't got no clout, nothing. You ain't got no clout, nothing. You getting all that type of attention. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't got no clout or nothing. You getting all that type of, you ain't trying to have no clout. You don't have any clout because you're a targeted individual. You agree with your whole life being watched. Sorry, I have too. I'm not a gangster, bro. I agree with that too. You feel what I'm saying? Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff, bro. Like, hey, that's just how that is, bro. Like, you have to understand that. But once you become a targeted individual and you claim to be a targeted individual, you can't do the certain stuff that you used to do. Like, I stopped listening to music. You can't listen to music as a targeted individual, bro. And it's all like satanic. Like, literally, Satan made music. Why would you listen to music? It's definitely messing with something. It's definitely messing with something in you to listen to that stuff, bro. It's definitely messing with you to listen to music, bro. Trust me. In some way, that's messing with you bad. I don't listen to any music anymore, and I feel great. But when I hear it, like it turned me up. But it's like, I don't want to listen to it. But yeah, bro. So you have to understand this shit. Keep cursing on here. My bad. But I got a lot of live streams for y'all. I will be making another live stream once again. For all this perp stuff, whatever going on, lie detector tests are $400 plus. I am not a perp. I am not involved with any organizations. I'm not involved with any law enforcement. I'm not involved with anything at all. And no one is telling me to get on here and say that. We can go in-depth lie detector test. This is a channel that you can come to and feel like ain't nobody sending this person a message to say. 100%. Don't ever think in your mind, Don't ever think in your mind that I'm saying something for you unless I call you out, or unless I call out, hey, I seen another targeted individual say this. Don't ever think that. I'm never saying anything in subliminal to do anything. I'm never doing that. I would never do that to your mind, bro. Like, that's crazy. I mean, that's what a perp would do, but I wouldn't do that. So it should feel great to have a channel. It should feel great to have a channel that you can come to, right? And you can listen to it, not feel perped. I feel like I'm the only person on here that says that in every live stream to make people comfortable to come and listen to my stuff. Because it's like you already feel watched in your house. I feel watched in my house. I can't be in my house without doing something. I have to be doing something every time I'm in my house. Even when I'm in my house. I gotta overdrink because of this stuff sometimes, which I don't really drink much anyway. I don't put that much alcohol in it. It's usually mostly juice. That's why I don't even taste the alcohol. So, but I gotta drink the whole day, or I gotta be smoking weed the whole day when I'm in my house. When I'm in the house, when I'm in any, I have to be doing it all day. So you gotta understand that stuff. Like, it can destroy you over time. That's what I think happened to electrified vibrations, but I don't know. Like, it'll destroy you over time. Like, but you have to have a job. You never need to be. You have to have a job. You have to stay healthy because they're attacking that stuff. They're attacking that stuff. So you have to have a job. You have to stay healthy because they're attacking that stuff. Yeah, they're attacking that stuff. So you have to have a job. You have to stay healthy. All of that, because that's what they're attacking. You have to. So, that's just what it is. But yeah, I just like to show my face on here sometime to remove like any thoughts of like any like I'm a targeted individual. I'm not nothing else. I'll never be anything else. So that's just what it is. You show your face on here, you can't show it any other place. So I posted on here for that too. The psych ward is evil death to psychiatry. Yeah, the psych ward is very evil. The psych ward is extremely evil because they try to get people in there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they have a team of people trying to get people in the psych ward out on the streets. But I don't think it's literally they trying to get you in the psych ward. They trying to get you in any of those places. You feel what I'm saying? But you can get up in the psych ward. I can't believe they knocked on my door twice, bro. Different days. The police knocked on my door twice in different days asking me about my neighbor before they went to their door. What the fuck? I mean, I keep cursing on here. Yeah, I went to psych ward too. Yeah, I got out too. I got out in a week. Well, I got out in like a week. But it's people that's on the street that follow you and try to get you in there. Not by asking you anything, but just trying to make your mind go that crazy. And it can happen one bad day. It can happen if you don't get that much sleep. It can. Not to me. If you early and don't understand what they trying to do, they can get you in the psych ward for not having much sleep. That's what happened to me. That's exactly how I got in the psych ward. That's exactly how I got in the psych ward. I got in the psych ward for staying up for 3 days. 2 to 3 days. I stayed up for 2 to 3 days. They took me to a psych ward for that. My parents took me to a psych ward for that. Because I stayed up for 2 or 3 days. I was kind of like, I wasn't out of it, but I was like, I was just like a lot of delusion. You feel what I'm saying? I was in a lot of delusion. Yeah, that's what they do. That's exactly what they do, bro. They're that's what they do, bro. They trying to put you in a psych ward or incarceration or unaliving, and it's your fault. You feel what I'm saying? But it's their fault, You You know what I mean? Unaliving, and it's your fault, but it's their fault. Ain't no getting around this, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about for them. Like, you gotta, sometimes you gotta pay up. You gotta pay up. It shouldn't be this way. You know? So if I ever have to deal with the police again, they ever come our way and accuse me of anything, you use gang stalking as an investigation all over the country. You have ruined my mind. You are being sued, and I can prove it. Bad. I'm talking about like bad. I'm talking about like extremely good. I'm talking about like it's crazy. It's amazing. Like I would like, it's amazing. It's honestly amazing. I honestly can't wait if I have to ever like it like I get anxious thinking about like I need to say this to you. You giving me money. Don't you know that? Ain't no way around that. So, but yeah, but like, don't they know that? That's crazy. Psychiatry is indeed dead. It's human trafficking along with, I don't think I can say all of this stuff. It's along with conservatorship, guardianship, like what happened to Britney Spears. If you have assets that the criminals want, psychiatry is indeed. Well, I think I can say human. What's the name on here? I don't know if they'll like what's the name turn my stuff off or something. I don't know if I can say that. But if you have assets that the criminals want, I'm a targeted individual. They didn't put me in the situation in the institution now. I'm trying to read this stuff. Y'all keep commenting. I'm a targeted individual. They didn't put me in the institution now. They're trying to do that to my son, and I don't know where he's at. They hide him from me. He's a target too. Is they for the travel makers? They use reverse psychology. When are they going to go under? Psychiatry is fraud. They're not going under. You can only sue them. They're not going to jail. That's the sad part, bro. It's all psychological warfare, but you can sue them out of them, bro. Like that's like you can't get around it, bro. You can't get around it. And like I said, the system have rules. They are extremely idiots. The system only seems smart because they have rules. They're extreme idiots, and those rules don't move over to civil court. They can get sued, but you cannot get gang stalkers arrested. You can't get the police arrested for gang stalking you, but they can be sued. They put me in an institution against my will, my life. We are targeted individual, blessed, highly favored. Yes, we are. You can say what you want to say. Yes, it is human trafficking. They hate being photographed and told they're human traffickers, Freemasons, etc. Yeah. Nah, facts. Like, yeah, like, I don't know if that'll maybe, strike my YouTube channel for saying like that, but like, yeah, bro, they definitely that. They're definitely that, like, for sure. But you can't send them to jail for it. It's a program. They're running this stuff under the program, bro. You can only sue them for your mind state that's stuck. They should give you a passport. You need a whole new set of cars to be looking at, bro. Whole new. They can literally have a conversation on the street with cars. Focus. Telluride, Prius, Flex, Challenger, Charger. They can send messages to people on the road, bro. This is how far I go with this stuff. I don't want to make y'all think, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make y'all think like that. Some of y'all do think like that. The first person I seen say something like that was about Ranger. It was a Ford Ranger, and he said, "Oh, they trying to say anger." They send that around me when they trying to say anger, like a Ford Ranger. It's fucking crazy, bro. That shit's fucking crazy. I keep cursing on here, but it's all good. It's crazy, bro. Like it's insane. Like I love this stuff though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's just great. It's just great. Targeting, and you got to understand the benefits of it. You got to snatch the benefits of targeting from you, bro. Like, I know it's hard. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to have these benefits. They don't want you to have the benefits of targeting. I know it's hard, but you got to snatch the benefits of targeting, bro. You know, like I was saying about the shelter, bro. People don't go to shelters. People don't go to shelters to people go to shelters to quickly get in an apartment, bro. You supposed to be using the shelter to stay there until you can pay for an apartment, a house, and hella other stuff. People use the shelter to get an immediate apartment, bro. That's insane, right? Like, people don't be thinking, bro, you don't need to be paying rent at all until you extremely can. I ain't talking about your rent $1,000, but I done saved up $5,000, so I'm finna get an apartment, bro. You need to be, and I'm not trying to talk about you know, nobody else's situation. I'm just speaking out, like, you know, but you need to be like 20,000 up before you pay $1,000 apartment. But you pay $1,000 a month for an apartment. You need to be like 20,000 up. Just keeping it real, bro. You need to be about 20,000 up before you pay $1,000 for an apartment a month. Cause people be trying to leave the shelter quick because how it look, how they, you know, how it look. You don't. Why you care? Ain't nobody looking. That's what targeting teach you. Targeting teach you. Don't nobody care, bro. Targeting teach you. Don't nobody care, and ain't nobody looking. But it tells you that, you know, it try to tell you that people looking at you. That's what caused the stage fright. But it actually later it teaches you that don't nobody care. Ain't nobody really looking. And somebody's really looking, but, you know, it's the people that's above the third party company, like the, you know, the dispatchers and stuff like that, that's sending people out to harass you, bro. Them people looking at you. They looking at you. These other people do not care. And that's just what it is. They getting paid, bro. Ain't no way they doing that stuff for free. They getting paid in some type of way. Some type of way. They're being paid. In some type of way, bro. In some type of way, they're being paid, bro. And that's just what that is. In some type of way, they're definitely being paid, bro. Whether it be they get rid of, like, charges or something like that they fighting for gang stalking or harassing, or whether it be getting free housing, free cars, literal money, gift cards. They're not doing it for no reason, bro. It's either going on or it's not. You feel what I'm saying? It's either going on or it's not. They're not doing it for no reason. Yeah, they're not doing it for no reason, bro. It's either going on or it's not. You feel what I'm saying? You either see gang stalking. I'm talking about for a situation. That's either gang stalking or it's not. That's either a cop, citizen on patrol, or it's not. When you see something that could be harassment, it's either a citizen on patrol or it's not. It's just regular life. But they have you looking at, they purposely have you seeing subliminals and looking at everyone because it's coming from people that you don't know. You're looking at everyone as they send you a subliminal, no matter if you can't even see them. You looking at everyone as if they're supposed to be sending you a subliminal, because they're doing it on purpose and it's effective, and it'll make you talk to yourself and more. So, like, that's how you know they're doing it. I get bored breaking this stuff down, bro. But like, yeah, it's that good. But that's just what it is. But yeah, I'll be back on live. Yeah, I'll be back on live, bro. I'll be back on live soon. So, but yeah, like, I'll be back on live soon. My bad, I only got 4 hours of sleep, but I just gave y'all a pretty good live, bro. Y'all got a bunch of lives, just hours and hours and hours. I don't have lives with people So I got a bunch of lives, hours and hours and hours. I done already did my intro and my outro. What I need to say, y'all come here and feel like somebody not targeting you, bro. You can come to my channel. You want to feel like somebody ain't targeting you? You can come to my channel, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come to my channel. You want to feel like somebody ain't targeting you? Come to my channel, bro. Come to my channel. You want to feel like a person ain't targeting you? Come to my channel, bro. But yeah, bro, continue to just expose. Don't shut up. Continue to put this stuff out to people. I don't suggest putting it out to the public, but continue to talk about targeting to targeted individuals, bro. It'll help you. It'll help all of us. Continue to talk about targeting and targeted individuals, bro. It'll help all of us. Because we need stuff to listen to. We need stuff to binge watch. We need people, different views and different synonyms to, people learn things in different synonyms. Just like the example I made earlier. Like, dude, they literally signed papers to enslave and unalive. Slavery wasn't just a thing. They signed papers to enslave and unalive. That means somebody looked at a paper in multiple states and said, yeah, we can do this to this race, and signed papers. I thought I was lying about it until I looked it up. I was just saying it because that's how it had to go, of course, right? But I thought, like, oh, yeah, slavery just existed. You know what I'm saying? But then I looked it up. Like, bro, they literally signed papers for that. They're definitely still, like, but they're doing it to everyone. You know what I'm saying? They're doing it. They're targeting every race, bro. Every race. But you should look at what they did to that race to understand how it's happening to you too now. And it was always happening. It was always happening. But yeah, like, I'll be back on live soon. And it'll be about the what is it? What I had I forgot what I was. It'll be about. I forgot what what I said, which live stream I said it'll be about. It'll be about I forgot what damn live stream I said this is supposed to be about. I remember it. You know what I'm saying? I'm on 4 hours of sleep. So, but peace out. And yeah, let's just keep spreading this stuff through this community, bro. Targeted individuals, we need to hear this. We need to have everything. We need to have everything. We need to have everything in order. You know what I'm saying? We need to have everything in order, bro. And that's just what it is. We got to have everything together. I don't even know why I'm just saying that. I don't even know why I just said that. I don't even know why I just said that. I ain't brushed my teeth or nothing. Teeth all yellow. But yeah, I don't even know why I just said that. But yeah, I'll be live soon. Be back live soon with another live stream talking about something else. But it's that's just crazy, bro. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I wanted to save my next live stream before I got off of here. I'm just sitting on here I don't even know why I'm doing this right now. I'm on 4 hours of sleep. I meant to just hang up already. I'm still on here. I swear I don't know why I'm still on here, bro. I just guess I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit more. I don't know. But yeah, next live stream will be about something. It's in my post. Oh, yeah, that's what it was about. The next live stream is going to be about how, certain demographic of people, like, who actually hates targeted individuals. That's what the next live stream will be about. Who actually hates targeted individuals. And I just made that example of the person of a gang member in a street, a drug dealer, not even hating me because I receive a disability check, because they think that's bad money. Like, they'll laugh at that with their girl. Like, yeah, bro, like, yeah, I'm finna go get this dude 3.5 or some weed. He just got a disability check. Like, so we live in that delusion. It's not no one. We live in a delusion. No street person hates you as a targeted individual. You don't commit crime. The police hate you, and you know not to. You know not to commit crime, so the police hate you because of that. It's a difference in believing, because the person that believe they shouldn't commit crime, they'll still do it. Knowing not to commit crime, bro, the police hate you, bro. I'm just gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna get off here with that. I'm not saying I wasn't saying that for anyone specific. I'm just saying that stuff out there. I'm just throwing it out there. Like I said, I don't know any of y'all, and I have to say that every live stream to make y'all comfortable. It's not just to make y'all comfortable, it's the truth. And no one is making me get on here and say this stuff at all. It's not a script. This is just me. Sometimes I'm reading from my notes. And I'll tell y'all that when I'm reading from my notes. You know, when I'm reading from my post, actually. My post. Because I make posts just to make videos. But yeah, other than that, I love all y'all. And I'll be back live soon about what I said I was going to be live about. 4 hours of sleep, you can tell. And I'm out of here.